Hi, I'm cabaret singer Katie McGrath. On March 26th, star Karen Mason will receive the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Manhattan Association of Cabarets. But I sat down with her the other day to talk about her upcoming show at Birdland for the first time. I find her profoundly interesting, and I want to move in with her and have her either be my therapist or my sister. Either way, I hope you enjoy our conversation as much as I did.
I get so exhausted from so much personality. Though now and then you think I fall within the errant mate department, forget the transatlantic call, don't notify the State Department, for when on foreign shores I am very truly yours, I am, but if inclined to play I am, dear heart, that's the way I am.
I'm here with Karen Mason, Broadway star, cabaret star, who is planning a show next month in March at Birdland. And I want to hear all about her, the show, her life, her hopes and fears, everything.
Good God.
Yeah.
First, tell us the dates of the show. March 20th through 23rd. So it's really Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days.
Great. And your music director is?
Christopher Denny.
And you've worked with him for a while.
I have, yeah, since 91 was our first job together at the Russian Tea Room.
Oh,
they had that
beautiful
sweet
place.
little place. I know, wasn't it gorgeous?
Yeah, I never saw the singer there, but I always felt like I was transported to another place.
Yeah, it felt like another time, another place, yeah.
Are you going to be in the first floor space at Birdland?
No, we're downstairs in the theater.
It's
the
so
little-
beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I love it. Actually, I like it a little bit better. I've not played it yet, but I just like, to me, it's more cabaret. I like seeing people. I like seeing who I'm singing to. I want to connect with them.
Well, in the audience, I have to say I love the leg room.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's so comfortable.
Yeah, that's great. And the lighting and the sound, and it just gives more of a cabaret experience for me.
It's a special place.
Yeah, it is. So it'll be my first time. And we're doing a whole new show. I've, again, when we were starting, it was basically, you didn't have to come up with themes and titles. And so it's a bit of it's always a strain for me to come up with titles and themes, but we're just calling it for the first time. And so it's the first time I'm back, the first time I'm singing some of these songs, some of the stories about first time, like the first time my parents took me to see a show, the first time Brian and I performed, the first time, this was the first time I was out on tour for a long period of time. So
That gives you plenty of room.
yeah, it does, and I like that.
Yeah.
I'm not good at the constraints of I have to sing every Irving Berlin song, and try to tell fascinating stories. Other people do that so beautifully. It's just never been a talent of mine.
Because I imagine so many of the people who will come who will see your show may have seen you before, so there's an expectation, or there's a pre-acceptance of who you are and what you're like, don't you think?
Yes.
So they expect you to be more natural than staged.
Yeah, and listen, I love that. To me, I want it to feel like, my husband's always saying, the big mistake I make, and it's
Nice.
Yeah, well, that's what husbands do. Is that I'm and he means it not sarcastically, lovingly sarcastically,
Right.
is that I make people feel like they're my friend.
Right.
Friends.
That's how
And
we work.
yeah, we're not, okay,
No.
well, sorry. But that, I love that. And that's that
Yeah.
Midwestern thing we were talking
Yeah.
about. You know, it's that I like going out, makes me feel comfortable if I go out and make people feel like, okay, you can relax, we're just gonna have a party here, as opposed to I have to be some, you know, heightened thing that, you know, they have to be in awe of or afraid of. I want it to be that it's a conversation. For me, that is the most, that makes me much more comfortable when I feel like I've achieved that.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Are there
And it is about me, by the way.
Well, of course. Well, that's what, you know, it's a conversation, but I'm Roman speaking.
That's right, yeah.
Are there signature songs of yours that your fans will feel disappointed if you don't
Oh.
you don't cover?
I don't think, well, I'm not personally aware of that. I hope not. I hope that they will come and just enjoy the newness of the songs that we're doing. I mean, it's not like these are going to be all songs they don't know.
Right.
We'll have a, you know, like I'm doing one of Barry's songs that I'm singing for the first time. I'm doing one of my husband's songs that I'm singing.
Fun.
Doing an Amanda McBroom song that she says she wrote with me in mind when I did Heartbeats. And then we're doing music that makes me dance.
Oh.
And, you know, in a Candor and Ebb song that Barry rewrote the bridge for me. And, you know, so it's kind of all over the place. I hope people, you know, if they, you know, have favorites, then I do have 7 CDs that go home and listen to
That's
those.
That's right.
Purchase them on the way out.
Even though,
Pardon me.
some of it may be an illusion, in a way, people will go away knowing you much better than when they walked in because
Yeah, I
of
think
what
so.
you're choosing.
Yeah.
And on the Birdland website, they talk about you selecting these songs because of your affection for the composers
Yes.
as much as the theme of them, right?
Well, I've been really lucky, and part of even the thesis of this whole, when we came up with the title, was I had done a lot of demos for people over the years. I did a demo for Billy Goldenberg and the Bergmans for Ballroom, so I did 50%. And to do that and to have that connection with those writers is just, I mean, at the time, you just barrel ahead and do it, and you're just, you know, happy for the job, and my God, I'm going to get to meet these people. And then you sit back, and I'm also at that time in my life where I'm seeing, as my father called it, the back nine.
Yeah.
You know, and all the people that I've had the blessing to get to meet. Sammy Kahn, Burton Lane, you know, Sheldon Harnick, all these brilliant, Jerry Herman. You know, I mean, these are people who have given great gifts to the world. And as an artist, as a singer, these are the ones that speak to my heart. And Amanda and David Zippel and Michelle Browerman and, you know, these people along the way that I've gotten a chance to call friend. That's pretty powerful stuff. So, you know, I like that I'm able to appreciate that. And I think that was coming home off the road. You know, it's always interesting to see yourself through other people's eyes. And especially younger people in the business. And to do a show for the past year and a half, the age group was mostly, you know, like 20s, 30s, a few 40s, and then me. And to their perception of me was so totally different than my perception. You know, I mean, we go day to day to day to day, and it's like, okay, what am I going to do now? Okay, what am I going to do now? And their perception is of the collective package. And it made me much more aware and I think appreciative of the things that I've had the luck, and it is all luck, of being part of. And it's never enough.
You still have to say yes to luck.
Oh,
When it
yeah.
knocks on your door.
Yes, yes, you do. Yeah. And I don't even think you're aware that it is luck until, you're getting older. But it's, you have to.
So rear view mirror.
Right. And then you're looking back and you go, wow, wait a minute. Actually, Sammy Kahn came up to me and said, I have some songs I'd like to send you. And I'm thinking,
Oh, gosh.
wait, this is Sammy Kahn.
What else about your show would you like to share?
Oh, let's see what else. We're so in the middle of it right now, and just trying to make it all work. Which is, I haven't done it in a while, because I have so many songs that usually we just go, okay, we'll do 3 new ones, and
Right.
If it's a different order, they won't recognize that it's the same old song. But it's now to do it totally. There is a part of me that's going, what was I thinking? But it's an adventure.
So
it's
you-
scary.
you
I
still
haven't been
think-
this scared in a long time.
You still think, what was I thinking?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that makes me laugh.
Can I constantly, by the way. I think,
Oh, I love
what was
that.
I thinking?
I was talking to Rick Jensen a couple of weeks ago, and almost at the exact second we looked at each other and said, why do we do this?
Yeah. It never goes away, by the way.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Oh. Is there, do you already know there is a moment in your show that could bring you to tears?
Well, I know, there's probably 2. One will be my husband's song called Talkin' to the Moon, which he wrote about us. He wrote it from his vantage point. And it will, because my mom used to say after my dad died, my dad traveled a lot, and after he died, she divulged to me that she said, when your dad was out of town, and even now I find myself talking to the moon. And it was like, oh, wow. That's such a beautiful image, almost cinematic, but it's a beautiful, romantic image. And I told Paul about that, and I think he had somehow, at the same time come up with this image of talking to the moon. And he wrote the song about my being away and traveling. And so it's, I've had to ask him, and honestly, I think it's my Midwestern thing that people accommodate a little bit more than they may have. Because I asked him to change a few lyrics. And
His lyrics?
yeah. So, that's always you have to be very, very cautious.
Right.
About how I've learned that over the 28 years we've been together, how to broach it. And, he can go either way, but for the most part, he usually comes around because he wants his song sung, and I want it to fit me
Right.
as much as it can. I want to do the best performance within my talents that I can. So he has accommodated we were sitting, it was on our anniversary as a matter of fact. And I figured, hey, he's, kind of soft touch right now, so
He has to be nice today.
he has to be nice today. So I'll ask him. We were at breakfast, and I asked him about this, and he kind of gets uncomfortable, but then he actually rewrote a couple of lyrics, which it was my input and how he phrased it, what I do on the road. It's been great. So I think that song definitely speaks to my heart in so many ways, about as much as I did like the autonomy on the road, I did miss him. It would, every city was a new city to get used to sleeping in the bed alone.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Now,
good.
one more question. What would you like your audience to be feeling on their way out the door after your show? What do you want to be in their heart?
Hope, and hope that, you know, we're in a crazy time in our world, and in I would like people to feel like it's not as, it is dark, but that they're, you know, we've gotten through dark periods before. And that they're not alone. You know, I think for me, music has always been that, that I feel like when I'm feeling the most alone in my life, that I know nobody else is feeling this and I don't know how to get through this, that somehow somebody's singing to me, at least, and I know there's 3 people, the singer, the songwriter, and the composer, who somehow have related to what I'm feeling. And I feel hope that I can, okay, now I can go on. Now there's somebody else who's feeling that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, well, it's always, Brian understood that too. Brian and understood that about me, and understood that because I think he was a middle child.
And he was your first?
He was my first MD, yeah, and we worked together for 16 years. And he was a brilliant songwriter. As a matter of fact, we're doing a show, trying to get it produced, called Unfinished Business, using his music to tell the story of coming here and what do you do after someone you love so much has died. It's really beautiful show, so we'll get it. But he understood that connection, that conversation. And that to me is, it's that conversation, you know. I'm not just singing at you, I'm sharing maybe something I've learned, maybe trying to get information from you, you know, about it. You know, is this the right way to go? Is it not the right way to go? Am I, and I think there's a hope in that you're not alone, you know.
Good. Well, I can't wait.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This
You're
has been so
welcome.
great.
Oh, I love it.
We are friends now.
We are friends. Hooray! Anything else, Mr. Y?
Hold that. Okay. Very cool.
Can I fix my hair? We can do this over again.
No.
No.
Your hair is beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you.
Great.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'm Katie McGrath, and I'll see you there.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow, a highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Christopher Denny. Thank you. I'll see you back when you buy those CDs.